It's easy to say, isn't it, that Meghan Markle tells lies. I know, stop sniggering at the back, but you know what I mean. It is easy to say that, even though she was caught out by the legal team, literally of course, the monarchy's crown, when she failed to mention that she'd forgotten that she'd passed on notes, of course, to the author that wrote the very damning book about the monarchy. I mean, you would have thought, as I know I've mentioned this before, that you would have hung your head in shame. Oh, no, she rides high because she's all about truth and authenticity and showing up, and I mean, just rubbish. Now, if you remember, of course, the Duke of Windsor insisted that the Duchess of Windsor, Wallis Simpson, was always addressed as Your Royal Highness, even years later, right into the 50s. Apparently she found this highly amusing, but he insisted on it simply because he felt this was his rightful sort of ownership. He had been king, and just because he decided to shut down from the job, why should all of the extras go? Nothing's changed though. Apparently Meghan still insists the same as ever. Let me explain. Hi, good to see you. You all right? I'm all right. We'll have a wave. Are you okay? I'm not so bad, thank you. It's nice to have your company on this lush green day here in the very heart of the United Kingdom. Absolutely. Now, I don't know about you. Have you been recently for a medical test? You try getting for one of those. I know, frightening, isn't it? And it doesn't matter what age you are or whatever. Have you noticed how they billow your age across out the window that they slide on from? Date of birth. They say that bit quietly, then when they repeat it back, you might as well get a foghorn from the Titanic, you know, because everybody looks round in the waiting room. Have you noticed that, thinking, how old is he? And then somebody rushes with a chair. I'm jesting, but you know what I mean. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? There's no privacy anymore. Everything has to be out in the open. I'm surprised they don't just flash it up on the screen as you're going into the doctor. It's a little bit like Meghan Markle doesn't want this to be discreet. Now, you see, as you know, a couple of months back, Meghan got caught out by using the HRH title. And this was something, if you remember, that our late and wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, insisted wouldn't be applicable. This was part and parcel of the deal. And then, of course, Meghan and Harry got uppity and decided that, you know, she didn't own the word royal. I mean, when you think about how disrespectful they were to this lady who'd given so much for not just us, but the Commonwealth around the world, represented us so well, you've got this two-bit part actress smacking back to this particular lady. It does, I mean, it's shockingly bad when you look at this sort of optics now, even all these years down the line. Well, then Meghan, you see, was caught out using the fact that she still titles herself HRH because one of her friends accidentally, on purpose, making sure to irritate William, put this card out. But apparently she just refers to herself as that in private. Yes, because apparently people don't know whether to bow, curtsy, give her a tipperilla, whatever, when they meet her. They're very confused about what's acceptable behaviour with royalty. How are they? You're not royalty, you're just somebody that was in a bit part soap, so very confusing again. Interesting though to note, and as ever I have to say allegedly, when Meghan's team, the one that's now dwindling by the day, let me point out, when Meghan's team apparently was sending out packages to help promote this new series of With Love Meghan, or is it Meghan with Love? I don't know. Anyway, where she sprinkles flowers on things that you never see her make. Have you noticed that? You never see Meghan make anything. It always comes out the oven like Blue Peter, just like she's fixed it, you know. Suddenly she's slicing perfect bread. Yeah, not so sure, you know. Has she been to Lidl? Who wonders? Here's where this is interesting though. The team have been sending out packages to apparently people that might want to get involved. Sponsorships, you know, relevant big people, magazine editors, that sort of stuff. They're the lucky ones that have got the wine, the marmalade, the jam, whatever you want to call it, crepes, whatever she's selling anyway. And you've guessed it, it's titled HRH, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Now, obviously, she's saying these are private things. Look, if you're sending it to magazines and you're sending it to other influencers and stuff like that, not only don't you care about being caught out, but more importantly, it just doesn't cut it. You're in the public domain, the digital platforms, and everybody knows you're not an HRH. It might seem trivial, but it'd be like you and I trying to get our business based on the back of Lord X or Lady X or something. You see what I mean? If you're not that, you're not allowed to use the title. But again, None of this applies to Le Markle, and seemingly Harry's quite happy to go along with it. As I said at the start, the Duke of Windsor used to basically say that, Wallis must be addressed like that. And according to ex-staff members, Harry is very thrilled if people address Meghan like that also. Apparently staff addressed her with other titles too, but we can't say this because it's a family show. Neil Shaw in Kensington, London.